Today I'm gonna showcase to you how I am gonna personally hit level 25 in Season of Discovery, and yes, I am a tank, so get owned. And the way I am gonna be hitting level 25 is farming dungeons. So yes, I am gonna break down every single dungeon right now. You have 5 dungeons available to level 25, and I am gonna reveal to you the sad part. Rage Fire Chasm, your first dungeon, it sucks. The loot is non-existent, the experience is bad, and your classes don't have anything of what it takes to efficiently clear a dungeon at that level, so yeah, you can do Rage Fire Chasm, but we are not gonna do that. Realistically, dungeon leveling starts at level 18. If you are Horde, you gotta start with the Wailing Caverns. The Wailing Caverns are a decent place to farm and level because there are 7 quest lines you can do here. You pick most of them in a cave above the building, and I'm gonna try to edit a picture in here of what the cave looks like so you can get right there. You gotta go around the mountain, but there is a lot of really good things you can get from these quests. Even if you do not plan to level only on dungeons, I would still probably do Wailing Caverns once for all the quests. I am gonna tell you where you start all the quests. You start 2 in Thunderbluff, 1 here, the other one here, then you pick 2 quests in Ratchet, and you pick all the others on top of the Wailing Caverns themselves or in the dungeon itself. There is a quest by the Disciple of Naralex, the Torrent guy thing. If you pick every single one of them up, they are easily over a level worth of XP right there. There is also a lot of good rewards on it, mainly the Crescent Staff, that is the strongest staff you can access to in that level, and I'm not even talking about casters only. It is a 2-handed weapon with a lot of damage. There is also a decent wand, the Cecil stick here, and there is also a 10 slaughter bag, so yeah, that's gonna be really good at launch. The staff is important because in the Wailing Caverns themselves you can get the set of the Fang. Now this set is all agility and strength and some spirit on it too, but it absolutely sucks for casters, which is weird because it has all set bonuses for casters except the 3-piece, which is 2 staff skill. If you do not have a weapon racial, this is going to be your best in slot 3-piece bonus right there because you're gonna be using staves for it. And if that is the case, if you're like a gnome warrior or a dwarf warrior or a troll warrior or what have you, this is probably the time you wanna go farm it when you can still get the XP for it. That crescent staff is gonna do a lot of damage. But overall you get a bunch of best in slotters from it, like Venom Strike, that's a really good bow. You got Seed Cloud Buckler, I think that's the best caster shield you can get at this level. Mutant Scale Breastplate for tanking. There is also a shield with defense on it and a best in slot belt for warriors. There's a lot more decent items, but those are the most important. I'm gonna focus on the more important ones for the sake of your time. Anyway, if you are Alliance, your equivalent is gonna be the Dead Mines. Now, questing wise, the Dead Mines are more underwhelming. There is only 6 quests you can do, and the XP you get from them is not very good. I mean, it is more than plenty to justify one run for it, but yeah, it's not the same. You pick 2 quest lines here in Sentinel Hill, the other 3 you can pick them up in the Dwarven District in Stormwind, and the last one you pick it up in the dungeon itself. It is a letter from Van Cleef. Sadly, the gear from this quest is pretty crap. The only good loot you get is from the main quest, the Killing Van Cleef one. You can get 3 pretty good blue items from it. They are melee mail pants, a leather chest piece, and stuff with a lot of DPS. The dungeon itself though has a lot of really decent loot. You get a 2-handed axe from Sneed, really good. You get a really powerful one from Cookie. There is also a staff with a lot of intellect, but for the most important gear piece by far, that is gonna be the Defias set. It is a leather set with a bunch of agility, strength and stamina. Is mostly for melee DPSers. And it will probably not be your best in slot for most classes. It will be for tanking bears, so I am gonna have to farm this eventually. The set bonuses are absolute crap, don't bother going for them. Once you hit level 22, if you are a Horde or if you like walking really far, you can go for Shadowfang Keep. This is gonna be your most efficient dungeon XP wise for mobs. It is really easy to clear, lots of mobs, and most importantly, a lot of your best in slot is gonna be here. There is only 3 quests for Shadowfang Keep, sadly. You can pick one of them in Undercity in the Apothecarium. The other 2, they are in the Sepulchre in Silver Pine, so that's pretty easy. The quests are really good. You can get a blue ring with 8 strength on it, and there are some decent greens too, but the dungeon itself is full of good stuff. Robes of Arugal, Arugal's Belt, and Feline Mantle. Those are 3 caster blue items that are really strong. You also got Odo's Lay Staff, that is pretty much your best in slot DPSing stuff, you know, 200 damage is insane. And Duskbringer, that's one of the best swords in the game too. There is also Night River, that is a pretty good two-handed axe. And there is a couple of really good one-handers as well, like Shadowfang, Assassin's Blade, and Guillotine Axe. Overall, Shadowfang Keep is one of my favorite dungeons, and sadly I do not need a lot from it. As a Feral Bear, there is not a lot of time to do here, but if you are a caster or a melee DPSer, there is a lot here. If you are Alliance, I am afraid you are getting the shaft here because your alternative is the Stockades. Now the Stockades has a couple good things going for it. There is 6 quests you can get here. They are a total pain to get though. There is one in Red Ridge, there is one in the Wetlands, there is one in Duskwood, there is one in Stormwind, and there is 2 in the Stockades themselves. There is also one as a follow-up from the Dead Mines questline that's gonna take you a while. Sadly, the gear you get from all of these quests is complete crap, and also sadly the gear is atrocious here. The only decent items is a dagger that goes really fast, Iron Knuckles is a decent PvP weapon, and Jimmy the Handcuffs, they are just decent DPS bracers. And that's pretty much it. You can't do much here, it completely sucks. The experience you can get from this quest is almost 2 levels and you can clear the place pretty fast, so it is nice to farm for experience, but gear wise you will get pretty much nothing. So even if you are not planning to farm it, and you probably shouldn't, I'll be honest with you, you are gonna be better off questing in this level bracket if you are Alliance. But even then, you should do the Stockades ones for the quest. There is a lot of easy XP to make here. Either of them, however, should take you to level 25 with all the gear you need to hit the Black Fathom Deeps endgame. I guess you should know by now, but the Black Fathom Deeps are getting reworked as an endgame raid for level 25, so no, you will not be able to level in the Black Fathom Deeps. We are gonna do a TLDR recap for all you that skip all the way to the end in the video. I know you guys, okay? From level 18 to 22, we are gonna do either Wailing Caverns or Dead Mines if you are Horde or Alliance. Ragefire Chasm sucks, you can do it from 13 to 18, but don't. From level 22 to 30, we are gonna be doing either Shadowfang Keep if you are Horde or the Stockades if you are Alliance, and that will take you to level 25. Overall, I believe that leveling in dungeons is gonna be the most efficient in the long term for leveling in Season of Discovery, because at level 25, most of your best in slot gear is gonna be from dungeons. So yes, you are gonna be hitting level 25 slower, but you get to skip most of your gearing process before you even hit level cap. And if you do not want me to skip the process of me throwing AAA batteries into your cereal at 4 AM, subscribe, leave a like, join the Discord, and thank you for watching.